Awesome. Sweet. So thanks for joining, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about something really exciting that's been in the works for a while now, and it's only been live for a few weeks, probably about a month. But it is our native dialer integration that we have with Allo. And I'm going to go to the next slide and just kind of show you a quick screenshot of what Allo looks like. We'll get into a live demo here towards the end of this class, but this is just a screenshot of what Allo looks like. You can navigate from your inbox to calls, analytics, settings, and see all of your contacts. So what is this and makes this so great is that it is Streak's first native integration that's connecting Allo, the phone system, directly to the CRM that you love inside of Gmail. And what it allows you to do is make outbound calls directly from Streak or in Allo. All you need to do is have a contact in Streak with a phone number connected to it, and you can make those calls directly from your Streak CRM. You can also receive inbound calls from Allo, and these calls will automatically log into the corresponding box in one of your pipelines. And some of the key benefits of this integration. So before, if you made a call, you had to create the call log manually, populate it with a summary from the call, maybe next steps, maybe you paste a recording from that call. We use Gong internally. But something really great about this native integration is that all of this is going to happen for you automatically. The call log features will be the same of what you know and love inside of Streak. You'll see the name of the person on your team that either made or received that call. You'll be able to see the duration of the call as well as the date and timestamp that that call occurred. And then inside of the call log, we have a summary that will automatically be populated as well as details of that call. Conclusions and next steps, and then a recording to that call as well. And all of this is populated through Allo's AI-powered call logging. So no more creating your call logs manually, remembering what happened during that call, and updating the call log on your own. And the beauty of it is that it's a click to call directly inside of your contacts card in Streak. So all you need is a contact and a phone number connected to that contact, and then you can immediately call. And we'll get into a demo here in just a moment. So how does it work? You'll need a subscription with Streak and with Allo, obviously, and then you will take your API key from Streak and you will go to settings inside of Allo. You will paste that API key into the CRM that you want to integrate with Allo, and then the rest happens for you automatically. So it's really short and sweet. There isn't too much complexity to this. The integration happens automatically. And a lot of questions that we get when we're going over this is that being able to automatically log calls inside of Streak is amazing, but what about SMS or text messages? And this is actually something that's coming soon. If you have a subscription with Allo, you can send text messages already, but are you able to get those text messages into the box in Streak? And that is an integration that the Allo team is currently working on, and we believe it to be available and launched within the next few weeks here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a demo pipeline. And I'll be navigating between my demo pipeline and Allo so you can kind of see how this works. So I'm inside of my coffee bean sales demo pipeline here. And in order to begin the integration, you need to come over here to this 3-dot icon and collect your API key. So 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, integrations and automations. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll have the option to use your API to build anything. This will allow you to generate a new API key or copy an existing API key. So once you have your API key, you can come over here to Allo. Again, this is what I was displaying in the screenshot earlier. You can see your inbox, which shows all of your previous calls and calls today. additional calls here. Analytics, so reporting based on outbound, inbound, and messages that you have sent and received. But we're going to come down here to settings, come over here to integrations. I already have Streak synced with Allo, but you would essentially find the CRM that you're using, Streak, down here in the other integration section. Paste your API key, and then the integration will happen automatically. What it's going to do is it's going to search for all of the contacts that you have within your Streak team and automatically sync them to Allo. I think this sync happens fairly quickly. I think it happens every 5 minutes as of right now. So if you create a new contact or you make an update to an existing contact, you just need to give it a few minutes and then that sync will happen automatically, and a contact will be either created in Allo or an existing contact will be found and updated based off of those changes that you make in Streak. So I'm going to navigate back over to the Streak side of things and show you how easy it is to make a call directly from a contact card in Streak and have your call log logged automatically. So here I have an example contact. The phone icon is available to press because I have a phone number here. All you need to do is click on this phone icon, come over here to start call, and you'll have the ability to select native dialer. Allo will be automatically set up as your native dialer. So if I select native dialer, I will immediately begin calling the contact. I'm going to go ahead and end this, so you don't have to answer that right now. The call will automatically be logged right here. And then within seconds, a call log will be populated here. And you'll be able to see whether it was an inbound call, whether it was an outbound call, whether it was a voicemail that was left or received, and then you'll see information related to that call. So you'll see a summary, you'll see details, you'll see next steps, as well as a link directly to that call recording. Lowell, how are we doing? Any questions so far in the chat that we can go over?
No, I think we're good. There were a couple in there, but nothing now. And yeah, just a note on the formatting there. I think something recently got a little wonky with those call logs. We're working with the Allo team to make sure they get formatted nice and neat again.
Exactly. And this was one I just did this morning. So again, you can see the date and timestamp that the call occurred. You can see who on your team made the call, the duration of the call, and then all of the information related to that call. And something that's really exciting that I mentioned earlier is that we will have texting coming through soon. So instead of a call log being created, a meeting note will be created, and you will be able to see all of the texting correspondence that you or that someone on your team has with a specific client or lead or a contact. It will automatically be populated into a meeting note in the correct box. And then that conversation will continue to stack inside of that meeting note. So if I send Lowell an initial message, it will be logged in this meeting note. If Lowell responds, it will find that same meeting note and then update it with his response. And then it will continuously update that meeting note. So let's say Lowell and I don't have any texting conversations for a while. The meeting note gets buried towards the bottom of the box timeline view. And then one of us reignites that conversation, the meeting note will appear at the top of the timeline as well. So fairly short and sweet class here. Just wanted to highlight how simple it is to set up this new integration, and just wanted to highlight what we have coming in the future as far as automated text messaging goes. We have the ability to, within our native Streak automations, as well as through the use of Zapier, to set up webhooks so that if specific triggers take place in your pipeline, let's say a button is pressed or a box changes stage, maybe it moves from lead to contacted, automatically have a text campaign sent or a specific message sent to the contact's phone number that you have on file. So this is going to be super useful for those automated texting campaigns that you want sent out. And again, those messages will be automatically logged within the box in Streak.
Awesome.
We did that.
Oh, sorry, Zach. We had a couple of questions pop up that I think I can get to real quick.
Cool.
So Stephen, you asked, will the texting also include multimedia sending? I don't believe so right now. You may reach out to the Allo team that I think they're working on that, but I don't believe so right now on that one. And then
Correct.
Zen asked, is Allo fully web-based? Would we see the call pop up on our screen, not via an app on our cell phone? I think it can actually be both. So I think, or I know they have a mobile app. I believe they also have a desktop app, but it can also be web-based. So it'd really be kind of your preference there on which you want to use. Is that right, Zach?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, your first answer was spot on. You can't send images as of yet, but I think that's something that they're working on. And I'm currently using the Allo app on my MacBook. Um, and you can also get the app on your iOS device if you want to.
Yeah, there's a lot more. I'll just say there's a lot more in terms of the routing that Zach mentioned there at the end that you can do in Allo that you're not able to do in Google Voice. So Stephen, I see you mentioning there a little bit about Google Voice. Google Voice is a great option as well. Through Streak, you can integrate Google Voice to be your native dialer if you want. So you could call through there. It is a little bit more affordable, I think, as well, if that's a budget option that you want. I think the two things from my perspective, and would be curious what you think, Zach, where Allo really separates itself is kind of the AI features, where you can summarize those call logs automatically, summarize the voice notes, or sorry, the voicemails and things like that. And then also kind of this advanced routing stuff where, you know, if you leave a voicemail, it can automatically send a person a follow-up text as well. Or if you get a call, it can send them a follow-up text. It's like, sorry, I missed your call. Feel free to email me at such and such with a question, kind of things like that. And then also some more advanced like call routing if you wanted Allo to be your business phone number and you wanted it to do certain things like, you know, if it's if it's during business hours, route it to my phone. If not, automatically send it to voicemail, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's spot on. Yeah, when people don't answer, you can have an AI receptionist, and I think you can also set it up so that you can have an automatic text go out saying something along the lines of, "Hey, I'm not able to answer right now. I'll get back to you as soon as I can." That can happen automatically.
And
And I mean, yeah,
then,
the beauty of this Allo integration is that these call logs are going to be automatically created in the boxes in Streak. Uh, Lowell, you can probably speak to this a bit more, but the sales team was using Google Voice for a while, and I think they fully switched over to Allo now, so they don't have to manually create those call logs anymore.
yeah, exactly. Like our team was on Google Voice, and once we found out about Allo, once your team kind of grows beyond maybe one or two people, it really just makes a lot more sense to have something more robust like this. That is what we thought.
Mhm.
And Zen, yes, you can transfer calls to other teammates. I'll send a help article from Allo about how to do that in the chat. And then Keith asked, any chance we can run through the integration setup one more time? Would you be able to do
Yeah,
that quickly, Zach?
yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to really quickly highlight the contacts. So you can manually create contacts, but we would recommend if you are obviously using Streak and you want those call logs to be automatically created in the corresponding box, create the contacts through Streak, and then you can see right here, if you click on a contact, and you'll see the little streak icon in the upper right-hand corner of the contact to show you that this was a contact that was synced over from Streak into Allo. But yeah, just to run through the integration once more, you're going to want to navigate to a pipeline or even just the home view here when you're inside of Streak. Select the three dot icon in the upper right-hand corner, integrations and automations. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll have the ability to select custom integrations where you can either generate a new API key or copy one that already exists if you've already generated one in the past. Then you can just slide back over to Allo, come over to settings, and it's going to be integrations. I already have Streak integrated with Allo, but if you do not already have this, you'll be able to select it from one of the options down here. So you'll just select Streak, and then there should be a option for you to simply paste your API key into Streak. into this integration section, and then it will automatically begin syncing for you.
And I forget who asked that question. Sorry, Keith.
Keith,
That first help article I sent, Allo Streak support docs, kind of walks through that as well. If you just want to bookmark that one. Keith's in. We're golden. Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you've already sent the FAQ documentation that Allo has, but another common question that we get is if you're able to use or port over an existing phone number, or if you have to create a new phone number. And the option is both. You can create a new phone number if you want. I had the ability to choose a specific area code, which I thought was pretty cool. But you can port over an existing phone number if you don't want to generate a new one. Cool.
Awesome. Any other questions? All right, I'm gonna send one more resources. So those are all the Allo resources that you can reference. And then here's a link to our upcoming classes as well, if folks are interested in learning some stuff beyond this dialer integration. We just launched a bunch of new AI features. And so next week, we're gonna talk about those. We have a LinkedIn integration as well. And so we're gonna run through how to use that next week. And I know there were at least a person or two who were fairly new to Streak. We have a Streak 101 class coming up in early March. That's great for, if you're in your first month or two of Streak and looking to get started.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you all for showing up. If you have any feedback for us on how this class went, how you think it might be better in the future, or if you have any suggestions for future classes, feel free to reach out to us, support@streak.com, and we'll be more than happy to help. But thanks you guys for showing up, and hope you have a great rest of your day.